my goodness, folks. We have just witnessed history. It was 4-1. It's the meme all over again. 4-1 is the most dangerous lead in hockey, whether or not you're Toronto or Edmonton. Because, ladies and gentlemen, in Game 1 of their Western Conference semi-final series, the Vancouver Canucks have just pulled off yet another miracle comeback and defeated the Oilers 5-4 in regulation. And yeah, I'll say it one more time. It was 4-1 Edmonton. Now, normally in these videos, we like to go through the timeline, we like to talk about the events and how everything went, but how do you even begin to talk about this game? We have to talk about the dynamic, we have to talk about the overview, we have to talk about the players. I'll say this Canucks and Oilers game, Vancouver was the better team. And they were the better team for pretty much the majority of the game. You talk about the offensive chances, you talk about the expected goals, you talk about zone time. The Vancouver Canucks were the better team for the majority of this game. The Oilers, though, had a 4-1 lead. Why was that? Why did they get a 4-1 lead? Well, I'm going to label out two names, and we're just going to have a talk about them, okay? Ian Cole, number 1. Number 2, Artur Silovs. So, Ian Cole had a really bad game. It was kind of a bipolar game. He had some really fantastic moments, but way too many bad ones in this. And if you talk about each of the 3 Edmonton goals that were scored to get that 3-1 lead at the beginning of everything, this is where Ian Cole's time to shine brings itself up. The first goal was scored 2 minutes and 11 seconds in by Edmonton on the power play. Yeah, that's right. The Oilers had a power play 40 seconds in because Ian Cole mistimed his change. It was a weird too many men call. You don't like to see irresponsible calls like that. And it's Ian Cole's fault that the play was even put up on the board. And whilst on it, you had Leon Draisaitl over to Nugent Hopkins, beautiful cross-crease play to Zach Hyman. It is a patented Edmonton Oilers power play goal, and it gives the Oilers the lead. Give it about 10 more minutes after, and Mattias Ekholm makes it 2-0. What does Ian Cole have to do with this play? Well, Ian Cole was at the side of the Canucks net. He had an opportunity to make a play, to clear it out, to send it to one of his teammates, but instead of using the valuable time that he was given, he passes the puck off the boards directly to Leon Draisaitl. It's not even like, oh, Draisaitl intercepted it. Ian Cole just served the puck to Draisaitl on a silver platter down low. Draisaitl goes back to the point, Ekholm is there, he takes a shot, he scores. 2-0 Edmonton. The next goal was actually scored by Vancouver. It's a Dakota Joshua play. Right there in the second period, 53 seconds in, it's the old Maxime Lapierre play. Ian Cole, yeah, we're talking about him a lot in this one. He has the puck at the point, he takes a blast on goal. Psych, it's not on goal, it's off the end boards, and it rebounds to the opposite side of the net, where Dakota Joshua is right there to put in the puck into the open cage. Again, this is Kevin Bieksa, slap shot off the boards to Maxime Lapierre, Game 5 Stanley Cup Final against the Boston Bruins type stuff. It's the exact same play. Ian Cole redeeming himself. Great. But then you give it 10 minutes later, and Ian Cole again. He's on the receiving end of a bad play. The Oilers have a break-in. Derek Ryan crosses the Canucks' blue line. He drops it off, and it's Cody Ceci who walks right in and one-times it on goal, and it goes off of Ian Cole and in. It deflects. Artie Party would have had that one had it not been for Ian Cole and the deflection there. So 3 out of the 3 goals to open this game up for Edmonton were pretty much a result of Ian Cole, whether that be irresponsible play or poor positioning. I mean, you could say the deflection was not really anybody's fault, but still, it being Ian Cole that it goes off of doesn't look good at all. And to be honest, when it comes to Artur Silovs, the first few goals, you can say they weren't his fault. Zach Hyman on the cross crease, boom, up high, no chance there. Mattias Ekholm, he was kind of screened. Okay, maybe no chance there. Cody Ceci, it goes off of his own guy in front, maybe no chance there. But the 4th Edmonton goal, Oh, it's not Ian Cole this time. It's Tyler Myers. Zach Hyman makes it 4-1 just a minute after Cody Ceci makes it 3-1 because Hyman takes the puck. He comes right down the left wing. He's kind of teetering. He's holding it. Nobody is checking him. Tyler Myers hesitates. He gets the stick in there, and Zach Hyman takes a shot. It goes off of Tyler Myers' stick and right through the 5-hole of Artur Silovs. What an embarrassing looking goal there for everybody involved, as Hyman had all the space in the world, and the puck going 5-hole just sealed the deal. It's not the best kind of goal that Artur Silovs could have let in. But at this point, with 10 to go in the second period, it's 4-1. Now the thing is, the Canucks actually had, ever since the second period began, the majority of the offensive zone time. They had the majority of the offensive chances too. If you looked at the deserve to win meter throughout this entire game, the Canucks were at 70%. They were playing well, just getting beaten by bounces and inopportune plays, and they finally get themselves some luck. With 3 minutes to go in the second period, it's Elias Lindholm down low behind the goal. He tries to center it on the backhand in front to the guy on the opposite side, but instead of sending it through the crease, Lindholm throws the puck on goal. It goes off the inside of Stuart Skinner's stick, and it's in the back of the net. It's a 4-2 game. Lindholm scores the best unintentional goal he has scored all playoffs. It's his third of the entire postseason run. And then in the third period, the Vancouver Canucks, they start to say, okay, we've been dominating this whole game in terms of possession and zone time. Let's continue that. Because in the third period, it took the Edmonton Oilers 16 minutes to get a shot on goal. And in those 16 minutes, you had a 4-on-4 advantage. Zadorov and Draisaitl both go to the box for kind of tussling with each other, slashing a little bit, and then the Canucks on the 4-on-4 make a really nice play. Boeser goes across wing to wing to Carson Soucy, who's on the left side in the Oilers zone. Soucy then goes right back across to Boeser, and Boeser directs it to the goal, and it's tipped in on a very weird angle by JT Miller. Beautiful goal to bring the Canucks within one with 10 minutes to go. I was kind of thinking to myself, okay, you know what? The Canucks, they were just down by 1 here, and they've been pretty dominant in terms of the territorial advantage, so there's actually a pretty good opportunity for the Canucks to do something. And 4 minutes after JT Miller makes it 4-3, you have Teddy Bluger coming in down the left side. He stops up on the half boards, sends it back to the point, where Nikita Zadorov fires it. One-time blast from the point. It gets right through everybody and through the blocker of Stuart Skinner, making it a 4-4 tie game. That is Nikita Zadorov's third goal of the playoffs, and it is a beauty. It's a classic style slap shot. You don't see these go in too much nowadays. And just 40 seconds later, you have Nikita Zadorov behind his net, sending a long pass out to center ice where Dakota Joshua is there. He stops up, passes it off to Garland, who comes into the zone with speed. Garland fakes the slap shot, takes the low shot, and it goes 5-hole on Skinner. Connor Garland with a beautiful play to get himself on the board. This is redemption, because earlier on in the first period, Garland actually had a breakaway. He wasn't able to pot it in. That could have tied the game. But Connor Garland makes it 5-4. And that is all she wrote. The Oilers did not even have any shots in the third period up to this point. They ended up with 4 at the end because they pulled the goalie and had the empty net, etc., etc. But Connor Garland, hero for Vancouver. Now, there is one controversial moment that I also wanted to talk about in this game, because the Nikita Zadorov tying goal actually maybe should not have happened, because a few seconds before Teddy Bluger passed it off to Zadorov, you had Pius Suter, I'm pretty sure it was Suter, have the puck in the Canucks zone. He gloved it and threw it out into the neutral zone. And that, I was like, wait a minute, that's a penalty. Why did they not call that? Pius Suter probably should have given the Oilers a power play. They got away with one there. But immediately after that sequence, it was the Nikita Zadorov goal, and then afterwards the Connor Garland goal. The Vancouver Canucks striking once again with 2 quick goals to win the game. It's like Game 1 against Nashville all over again. Dakota Joshua had 3 points in this one. Elias Lindholm, he had himself 2 points too. Nikita Zadorov with 2 points, and Artur Silovs with 14 saves on 18 shots against because the Edmonton Oilers just stopped shooting after their really good first period, and the few limited shots they had in the other periods ended up going in somehow. Artur Silovs, honestly, I don't think this was his best game. But he didn't need to have his best game, because the Canucks were able to exploit the Oilers' open pockets of space and score a bunch of goals on Skinner. We knew this wasn't going to happen against Nashville, but it happened here tonight against Edmonton, and Vancouver has a 5-4 win in Game 1 to lead the series 1-0 because of it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. I hope you enjoyed this video, and bye.